No,
Yeah, everyone.
the Yu Yu Hakusho's a little loud.
So,
Well, I was doing the intro right
Michael, we gotta turn you down a little bit. Oh, I do not know where the remote is.
now. Plot twist. This is actually just a Yu Yu Hakusho commentary stream.
We will not be doing any working today. We will just be commenting.
Oh my
on
god! When I was at the Ithaca Con, which is my college's our business school runs a comic convention that's pretty small, but kind of cute. And I went around. I was walking around where all the vendors are, and one of the guys it was an artist, and he was drawing, and he had a picture of Hiei up on his phone. He was drawing it, and I was like, oh my god, is that Hiei? I know it was. And I was I'm just rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho now. It's so good. And he goes, yeah. And then he kind of pauses when I start to say something else about Yu Yu Hakusho. And he goes, to be completely honest, I've never seen it. I don't know who this is. And I was
he's probably doing a commission.
Yeah, he said it was a commission. And then he was I was oh, no worries. It's made by the same guy who made Hunter x Hunter. And he goes, I don't know what that is either. And I'm it is nothing for you. I considered going, he's married to the lady that made Sailor Moon, but
and then have him go, I've never.
Oh, no, that sounds kind of weird. What if I see Sailor Moon, he doesn't know what that is either? Which is fine. It's okay if you don't want to know any of these things, but it's just funny because everywhere around me was anime themed. Everything was covered in different anime. There was multiple I didn't see as much Yu Yu Hakusho stuff because I probably would have gotten something, but there was Hunter x Hunter stuff all around, and just this dude that was he had, I think he didn't have anime stuff on his stand, but it was just so him not having any idea who it was, but doing a commission was really silly for me. So that was my last weekend. I know we've streamed since then, but I think I was slightly dead on Monday's stream. The fact that I don't really remember it all.
I definitely was. I haven't posted a ton that were live yet, so.
I know. I went to.
I just want to say hello to Jessica, who's been here the whole time. Gonna do some beta reading until I can't, and then maybe switch to my WIP outline. Nice.
Is that reading mine? Because I think I sent you the next, the second set of pages.
Well, that's a tomorrow Sam problem.
No, not you, to Jessica.
No, I know, Jessica. I'm just letting you know. I will be working on revisions for chapter 4 again. Let's see, I'm on page 6, I think.
I will be working on my
no, I am on.
I thought it was due the 15th or the 14th, but it's due the 7th.
I'll sit if you need me to. I unfortunately can't this weekend, but until Friday I can help you hyper focus on that at least.
Yes, well,
and next Monday.
Are you able to read the second set of pages?
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome.
I'll try to get that done before Friday.
Yeah. Awesome, because I realized I told people it's due the 7th, which it is due the 7th.
Yeah, I meant I will do
half.
I will do sprints with you, and then if you need a buddy and stuff, I will prioritize helping you with that.
Awesome.
Jessica said you did, and I will be reading it today right now. Sweet. I will be. Let's see. My goal is. Why do I have blue highlights? I really need to make a key for myself. I don't remember. Oh, green is add to. Blue is, I think, probably just revise. I know that. Yellow is your mileage may vary. Yellow's your mileage may vary. I don't know if it's my mileage or Fox's mileage that's varying, and that's what I got to figure out. But my oldest had a fever yesterday when he came home from school. I mean, boy, he was clammy, face was sweating and stuff, and he had a headache. So, of course, he's got to be home at least 24 hours after the fever breaks. Yeah. Well, the fever did break last night, and he looks like he's doing a lot better. I don't think he has a cold or the flu. This has happened once or twice already within the past couple months.
Mm-hmm.
When he was younger and he had they would all happen at the like first half of the year or near his birthday. So I think that's what's going on. But so he's here, so I may be less productive than normal. That's why we were slightly late. All right. We got to get into it.
I was about to say something. I'm updating my calendar.
Very quickly.
We started. I was like, we have 45 seconds left. We don't. We started.
Yeah, that's why I would say it quickly. All right. See y'all in 45. Hey, yo. Hey, Rowan. CB, you're still muted.
I was listening to Taylor Swift's new album.
The Dead Poet thingy?
Tortured Poets Department.
That one.
Yeah.
It's a parody. Well, it sounds like the title is a parody of the Dead Poets Society. So I keep mixing the two.
I think it's a reference to a group chat one of her exes had called the Tortured Poets, where they like think they're so,
Either way, whoever originally titled whatever it was that was titled Tortured Poets.
It does sound like a reference to Dead Poets.
That's one of those things where if it's not a reference, then well, my damns, the way that creative brains work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the first part of it, I actually had to break the rule and work on something that wasn't my WIP because I needed to do the schedule for May, which I should have, that should have been done like last week, but she's had a week, right? She's had a week. So, but that didn't really take long, and I'm just waiting for Laura to approve it, and then I'll get all the assets and everything together after the stream later. And then I started revising. Well, after I posted everywhere that we were live, I started revising, which I gave myself a mild panic attack because when in the post, I'm like, yeah, I'm on page 8 of 12. Let's see how far we get done. And then I clicked on to go to Fox's notes on where I am, and those are on page 6. And I was like, oh my God, I thought I did 2 pages last time. I thought I went from page 6 to page 8. I did. The document I'm writing in has accrued 2 more pages. It doesn't match up anymore. And I forgot that.
I'm going through and doing the spell check edits that Candy basically went through the first 44 pages and hella spell checked it, which apparently I already went through once and spell check it, but I missed so many grammar mistakes. So many. So that's what I'm going through. I'm on page 17. I'm going to finish that probably this next sprint. I also checked your schedule. I finished my calendar. I think I texted Rowan.
Rowan, where the fuck is you? You're not in chat.
I got yesterday and today, I think my anxiety is causing a little bit of heartburn. It's the cold feeling behind my
Does it do that?
Because yesterday I felt it and I was like, could be dying, whatever, laid in bed. Felt better.
I'm asking because every now and then I also I'll get acid burps, right? I don't think I get heartburn, but I burp and it feels I
feel like I just have an ice cube behind my sternum, so I just Googled it during the sprint, and they're either you have a heart attack, you have cancer, or you're anxious. And I'm probably, the fact
probably that last one.
Anxiety. I've been having an eye twitch for about 2 weeks now. Woohoo, final season.
It's almost over. Your script final's gonna be over a week sooner than you expected.
I know. All of my stuff, I'm going to be done this semester by the 10th. But I'm staying the next week as well so that I can work a shit ton at my job and make up money.
At least that won't be as stressful, just tiring.
Yeah, I'll probably be exhausted that week. But I won't, So. Oh, but yeah, so I looked up that, was like, oh my God, am I dying? And then I saw the anxiety result and I was like, probably not dying. I'm getting emails from colleges again, but now about grad school. I'm not going to grad school, at least that's not my plan. But now they're like, hey, I stopped getting college emails, probably my second year
we
college.
Want your money.
I'm like, oh my God, I've escaped. And they're like, hey, Remember when you looked at our college before? Remember when you applied and decided not to go here? Do you want to go here now? Yeah.
Are you in your current college not doing well? Because I can be your rebound.
Seriously. Oh, I already got the
Yes.
emails from my own college about grad school. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Your college, like, don't leave me.
For our screenwriting major.
Jessica got 7 pages done. Nice. While feeding and fighting with a toddler. 7 pages is a win, even if you weren't feeding and fighting with a toddler. I've gotten, like, I added 2 paragraphs to, which was just 1 revision.
I got this at Dunkin'. It's a kiwi watermelon refresher with green tea, and it's like really good.
If it didn't cost me a double to have things delivered.
Yeah. It was $3 too.
That would cost me more.
Yeah.
Drink would cost it so. Like the delivery fee.
$20 to get a $3 drink.
I know.
I think it literally would.
Hey you. I need you to get old enough to drive. No, actually that's not the problem. We don't have a second car. Never mind. You can
I need you to get old enough to be an adult with your own income. Buy a car and just swing by sometimes and drop off Dunkin' for your dear old mother. I think I was getting my hair done when I was visiting my family, and my older brother calls me and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And I'm like, "Getting my hair done." And he's like, "Damn, I thought you were at Wawa. Like, I wanted to ask you to get me Wawa." And I'm like, "No." Well, I was like 2 doors down, but because my whole family, we have like, since we were in like high school, my parent and we all like got our own phones. My parents like, we will track your guys' phone, but you can track our phones as well, probably since middle school. And we agreed to that, which my brothers and I track each other.
That's why he can see where you are.
Gotcha. So he was probably just like, "Where is my little sister?" And then he probably looked up where I was.
I know. I would do the exact same thing.
So. I know. I do this with my parents quite often.
Like, hey, so are you here? Could you? That's like you said that, and I was just sitting here thinking, oh, my grandma's back in the state now. I could ask her and my mom to do a thing.
Yeah, and so that's what I did. No, I also did. I did like 17 pages of edits of my scripts. And then I'll go in and I have to go describe what the clearing looks like and do that law research, find out what the gimmick thing is going to be, and then figure out what the people in the throne room look like.
I want that one person in the back corner that we described
with the mahogany desk. Oh my God, wait, I was reading something. I think it was a fanfic and it mentioned mahogany recently. I think it was a Batman fan fiction, and they had like entered into Wayne Manor.
Yeah,
and they were, like, looking around, and they were like, it looked like some sort of fancy wood. Yeah, here it is. Ahead of them was a grand manor, the kind shown in those Regency TV shows that she loved watching, with a blah blah blah.
I can't explain.
Staircase led up to larger than life wooden doors. He couldn't identify what kind of wood, but it was probably something expensive and old. Mahogany? That sounded like an expensive wood.
Like, I don't know why, but in the fanfic era of the 2000s, mahogany was the expensive sturdy wood. Oak was the like poor person sturdy wood.
I always view oak as a fancy wood.
No.
But I think that's the like, or oak is my go-to wood. Anything that's wood, it's probably oak.
Pine is like the self-sufficient poor people, like the poor people who built all their stuff, and that's why it smells homely and whatnot of pine. So,
okay.
It's just there's a hierarchy of wood in fan fiction.
Apparently,
For the
any
2000s.
actual carpenters are reading this stuff, being like, "That's not the right wood for that move."
No, that's the thing. Our piece of mahogany worked for all of that shit. So maybe oak and maybe that's just the actual hierarchy of wood.
All right, I will have my scribe who's like banging the captain of the guard on the regular. I'll give him his little
mahogany desk.
His mahogany desk.
I always see oak as being more common and sturdy, but mahogany is that I want to look fancy, but I'm not actually fancy wood. And then, cherry wood is like the fancy wood, but like I don't think any of the fan fiction writers like like I think mahogany just sounds fancier.
All of the syllables.
Yeah. Also, for anyone who was here Monday, which I will say this also on next Monday's stream, my mother and I had a very nice conversation on Tuesday and stuff. She, I knew that I only reacted to the way she reacted because of I was just reacting in the moment because of past trauma. And she apologized for making me feel that way because she knows that for her, she was also just reacting to being overprotective and stuff. And we talked about it, and she's like, you're probably right and everything. It's just my mom was forced to grow up really fast, so she went the completely other way and was she was weirdly helicopter mom and also let us do whatever we want mom. It was very
odd combo, but
yeah. So, but I don't know, she pulled it off. I turned out fine. Got a little trauma, but that's unrelated to that. So but yeah, she also went out of her way to let me know that she thinks that Chris and I are amazing parents, and she is constantly impressed by our parenting. She is just, which is part of why on Monday I just told her, I'm like, okay, yeah, and then I would just talk to her later basically because I knew that's just how that works in the moment. But yeah. I knew what she was saying wasn't what I was hearing. And so I needed to deal with my shit so that I could actually talk to her and hear what she was saying, not just what I was hearing. Which I am so grateful that me and my mom have that relationship and that we are as close as we are and stuff so that we can have those conversations. Because I know a lot of my friends who have similar emotional adolescent trauma with their parents, and they can't have those conversations with their parents as an adult. They have these attitudes. Their parents have the attitudes of well, you didn't die, basically. You grew up, you survived, you were fine, right? So
breathing, that's the baseline of happiness.
Yeah, they're how dare you question my parenting decisions or anything that I did wrong. Whereas my mom, she hears what I have to say, and then she owns up when she knows it's her thing. And she actually takes that and tries to apply it to be a better grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's cute.
And she has okay taste in books, I guess.
You're just mad at her shipping taste.
See, I'm trying to decide for our thing that's in the works if we should do the second one of the series or my favorite. But I'm do I easy win with one and then be boom, this is my favorite. Disagree with your mother.
Look, me and my mom having heated, but not angry heated or we get generally mad at each other, but just having passionate discussions about books and our differing opinions. We've been doing that shit since Twilight. Okay, it's fine. I told her Mama, Edward is a creep, and she's well, yeah, if he were real, but this is fictional. And I'm but it's YA.
Not how can she like Edward but not like Bigha, who is like just a better version? Like if there was a reason behind the creepiness.
To be fair, in some ways, Edward reminds her of my dad. I can see it,
but also
but
your mother said, "Oh, I guess the romance just wasn't that memorable."
I have to read it in order to have it.
I guess we'll go into our sprint now.
I'm not going to be able to write. I'm dying. I'm setting our banners up. Okay, here we go. Hey yo, we are on break 2.
Yeah. Hey. I wrote up, or I finished the baseline edits.
Yeah, the simple ones.
Snuggled with Storm for a little while.
I call those blue edits.
Huh?
I said those are my blue highlights. The simple ones.
And then I snuggled with Storm for a little bit, and then went through and wrote up questions for the second and final set of pages, and typed those out. So I can send them to people when they're finished reading. And yeah, that is what I did.
Yes, Kim. Check with chat real quick so I can respond to my husband.
Jessica headed out because toddler reconvened and wished us happy productivity.
We here at the Writing Mom channel definitely understand.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you understand. I mean, you spent time with your fur baby, so it's not like you're innocent.
I did rest my face on her massive fluff.
I got through another green revision, which added about a paragraph and a half-ish. So, but I'm now on page 9, which means I finished page 8. And there's not a page 13 yet.
Woo!
So I just need to do one more page, which has a green at the top, which might push that green at the bottom down, and then that I don't have to count that one. But there's a blue at the bottom, so that'll be easier. But yeah. The greens take a little longer because my green revisions are like add to the scene or expand on world building. And I needed to figure out a way to naturally add in how a hollow desk functions differently than like a regular desk. Which meant first I had to figure out how to non-naturally describe how I had to like get the idea in my mind from an abstract concept to like an actual explanation, and then figure out how to weave that into the narrative in a good way. Thankfully, I found a good spot to do it, so I was like, okay, yes, this is definitely where I can make that happen. And then I was also able to like because of the way that I was explaining it, I'm like, oh, hey, I can like fix this other like tiny issue that I had been thinking on. And so I fixed that. Hopefully I have sent these for Fox approval, but these are his like job hours. So I don't expect him to look at these until like later tonight, but I have at least done them. And so they can be like tweaked or fine-tuned later. So hopefully we're gonna I'm like, maybe I can finish the chapter today, trying to be ambitious instead of just my 2 pages. But then I went down and I'm like, there's a green, blue, green, blue. I'm also working a little slower today because my child is home and watching one of my favorite animes of all time, which is an anime from the 90s/2000s. And therefore, like, we're in the Rescue Yukina arc. And there is
Yu Hakusho a second ago on stream. And by a second ago, I mean an hour and a half ago.
Yeah. So, but they're in the Rescue Yukina arc, and there is a trans character in the arc. And, who, for those who don't know, they're like, of the 2 lead characters, like they're lead characters from the very beginning, Kuwabara and Yusuke. Kuwabara is this very chivalrous kind of guy. He goes by like old school masculinity and stuff. He's not toxic though. He does have some very outdated things. He like one of his things is he's like, well, I can't fight her because like she's a woman and we don't fight women. And Yusuke's just like, if someone wants to kick my ass, I'ma kick their ass back. That is a demon, sir. And
equal opportunity ass kicking.
She's gonna try to kill me, right? But Yusuke is not perfect, and I'm assuming that it's like a nod to the fact that his mom hangs out at a lot of drag bars. He can tell that the boobs up top are padding, and he is a curious 14-year-old boy who makes bad choices, and so he gropes her on the top and the bottom, and then because of the time the anime was made, he's like, well, Kuwabara, if it makes you, I don't think it matters, but if it makes you feel better about me kicking this person's ass, he's like, they're a mister, not a miss. But like, so I like took the moment to have a discussion with my oldest about that, right? Because I'm like, no, Miori is a trans woman. She says she's a woman. She is a woman. And you know, we discussed how you shouldn't be groping nobody. no matter
what. No.
Yusuke in the wrong for that. But like, so
yeah.
That's just, you know, sometimes when your kid's home with a sick day and you're working, you got to make sure to have those conversations because media influences, right? They internalize those things. But I love the fact that his favorite character is Yusuke and his second favorite character is Keiko. To the point he gets sad at how little screen time Keiko gets.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
She gets more screen time in the dark tournament.
She does. She'll be back.
All the girls do.
Like okay, so she doesn't get a lot of screen time in Rescue Yukina. She'll get screen time in Dark Tournament. I don't think she gets a lot in Chapter Black. It's a pretty like Kuwabara centered arc.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the Makai tournament, Yusuke says goodbye to her. She gets pissy with him, and she's like, "I'm gonna get a new boyfriend." But it's okay. She's there at the end. Michael just heard me say Keiko's like, I'm gonna get a new boyfriend. He was like, no! It's okay, baby. You'll understand when you get there. I would also like to say that my oldest he's not a binger. Typically he likes to watch 3, maybe 4 episodes, and then he kind of like gets bored of the thing, and he's got to do something else, or he'll just do stuff on his phone. And then so when he and I watch stuff together, we usually don't watch more than 3 or 4 episodes. But like last night I kept going, are you tired? You should go to bed soon. And he saw like, I just want to get to the end of the 4th St. Pete's dark.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I just want to see Yusuke.
Did you guys start yesterday?
Yeah, he started yesterday morning. No, not even morning, yesterday afternoon, because he went to school. And then he came home, and after he came home, he was like, Mom, I don't feel good. And I was like, oh, well. But yeah, so we started yesterday afternoon, and because I knew he wasn't going to go to school today, but he was feeling better by bedtime, I just let him keep watching, and he watched till like 2 or 3 in the morning. But I think the St. Beast arc was particularly stressful for him because Keiko was in danger.
I mean, it's fair. Right.
But yeah, so that's cute. But also, like, it's not distracting me too much because I'm doing the green revisions, which takes time to percolate sometimes. So
yeah. Sure. You just want to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. I too want to watch Yu Yu Hakusho. After the stream, I have to finish watching like my CPR informational thing because I need to go get CPR certified for half a credit class. And a lot of it's review for me because I've been certified before. But last time I got certified, it was we're not doing the mouth to mouth anymore because it's not as effective. Like it's not a good use of time. But then this module I'm going through is having that again, and I'm like, which one is it? So
I think you need to be certified for both because, like, in general with CPR, the mouth effect isn't as effective. But if someone is drowning, you need to push the air in to like get.
Yeah, it was if someone drowned, then you have to do the 2 breaths before you start compressions.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's still the 30 compressions, 2 breaths, 30 compressions, 2 breaths.
Yeah. So that's probably why, because like that, or at least I am not CPR certified. I just am, a collector of random bits of knowledge. So I put that disclaimer out there. That is the only reason I can think of, is if there's something like specifically blocking the airway, because that's the only reason the mouth to mouth works at all, is because you're trying to push air in so that you can get things jump start, help get things jump started. But
okay, sorry, I just realized something, but I'm good.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
But I am like having trouble concentrating because I need to get. I want to make sure I can watch all of that before the exam at 7.
Oh yeah,
but it should be fine. I've been working on my embroidery earlier.
You can watch some of it while during the next couple sprints if you need to.
I might, but I don't really want to.
Hey yo, Eva.
This is one of my last streams here. Actually, it's not. I have like 4 more. Okay, it's today.
Happy Beltane to you
3
too.
more.
It's
Beltane?
It's Beltane.
Oh shit. Probably keep track of everything. I wonder if there's a Renaissance fair nearby.
It's true. Yeah, Beltane is traditionally May 1st. So.
Oh, it is May 1st. It's almost.
It's gonna be May.
It is May.
I know. That's like a yesterday thing. Shh. I didn't stream yesterday. I couldn't do it.
Sorry. You had to Google it too.
I love the goggles for the Google. Yeah.
Sam. Great mind. We just said the same thing.
Oh, okay.
At the same time.
Well,
was I on stream the other day when I was talking about how? No, I don't think so. My face looks so different on this camera than it does like when people take pictures of me.
No, we talked about that before stream.
Before stream?
Yeah.
Because like this.
It's gonna be May all month.
Working. But yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about the fact that like when you just take a picture, it flattens the face, so like round features just look squished, really. Yeah. But then like on camera, because of the way that like video works, we're actively moving and stuff, so we're more 3D. We're not as flat.
And I think it might also just be quality of camera.
That too, definitely.
So what I need to do is make my friends take portrait mode pictures of me when they take my picture.
You can only take pictures of me if your camera is of these specifications. Thank you.
I need to get a new phone because my friend's
lighting is also big. Yeah.
Yeah. Lighting is magic.
Lighting is magic.
Yeah.
Also hairstyle.
Yeah.
When it was funny when like Michael and I were looking for something to watch yesterday, Yu Yu Hakusho was like, toward the top because they just added the final seasons to Netflix, I guess. And I was like, you want to watch Yu Yu Hakusho? And like, that's like one of my 2 favorite animes ever. And he was like, yeah, okay. And I was like, now, this opening may feel very familiar to you. And he was like, okay. And I started it, and it goes, whoosh, and he looks at me, and he's like, that's a ringtone. And I'm like, that is It's my ringtone.
It wasn't originally a ringtone. It's from this.
It was just his face. It was beautiful. The background is such a vibe, though. For real, CB, I love it.
Thanks.
Bit of
I have
boho.
the vines and the little hanging thing and the wood and everything. And then the My Hero Academia fan art that I got it at like a fair. There's like a fairground, and then they just had like a random My Hero Academia fantasy art, and I was like, sure.
Well, it too works with the themey. Right, but all right, we got to go into our sprint. See how far I get down page 9.
Hello. I can just hear, you're a meshy.
What?
Oh my God. In the background, as soon as like you unmute your mic, I just hear, you're a meshy.
Oh.
Either my
Yeah.
connection's really bad or yours really bad.
It's my connection probably, because now my laptop is doing everything, whereas normally the workload is divided. I'm getting my desktop turned back on, but like the power went out for some reason.
Yeah.
And the laptop was, I didn't have to reset up anything on the laptop. It was just like, bitch, where'd your internet go? But the desktop was like, everything's gone. And then it didn't automatically connect to my Wi-Fi when it came back on. I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
How dare.
So.
They have like a remaining course time at the top, and I have 145 minutes remaining, and I'm like, this thing's at 7, which is 2.5 hours away. I might have timed this poorly. I also had to redo the first 2 modules because it just deleted my progress on them, and I'm like, well, fuck. So.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I'm only gonna be half paying attention during this break. I'm doing the infant and child
You
CPR,
do what you need to do,
which is really depressing just to think about.
Very important though. My oldest had a seizure when he was young, so. I mean, he's fine now, obviously.
Yeah.
He's over there. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, like his pediatrician had told us not to give him anything but water. So we didn't give him anything but water. And turns out that's actually not good. It's, oh, sorry, I was trying to figure out where we were in the timer thing. And I fucked myself up. But yeah, that's actually not good if you drink nothing but water because you can wash your kidneys out. And the seizure was caused by low sodium, which I fucking hated the ER that they took us to because the doctor at the ER, he kept asking like what drugs are like in the home and stuff. And I'm like, none. There be none the drugs.
Oh, I think you've said this before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just real shitty.
Really annoying.
And then he comes back later and he's like, oh, turns out his seizure wasn't caused by drugs. It's caused by low sodium. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
And then the next time we took him to his pediatrician was like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't think you'd actually like give him nothing but water. Like, milk is still important. And I'm like, sir, you told me nothing but water. Like,
yeah,
that was the last time I ever fully trusted a pediatrician.
I can see
now I double check everything with my grandmother, the internet. Although the children's pediatrician now, she is amazing. So I love her. But yeah, I have moved the timer back over to the desktop. So I know I did it like so smoothly. You would have had to have been staring to notice.
Oh, I heard the little pump noise that's on my side.
Well, yeah, when it popped up. But did you notice when I switched the timer?
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at my my course.
Yeah, you're doing your homework. It's fine.
I am.
But that's okay. This is
They
still.
have a little scenario set up each time.
Wednesday.
I want that now. They have a little scenario set up each time.
You should have. Sorry, my brain went somewhere else. I was like put an H before the W and just pronounce it WIP Wednesday. WIP.
I have 130 minutes remaining. I need to cut that time down.
You can do it. Can you watch it at times 2?
Maybe.
Or
all
times
of it is video. That is the problem. They do these little skits, and I'm like, I don't need this setup. I don't care. It's his first day on the job.
I don't care if he's never done this job before. That's not going to affect my answer as to how you should handle the situation.
Yeah, basically. I'm so annoyed that it deleted my progress because I would have been fine if it hadn't, and I had to spend like the last sprint redoing the part I already did.
Yeah, that sucks like a lot. Oh, well, while you devote your attention to that, I'm going to say that I have finished my 2-page goal because the last screen revision, I added 2 paragraphs plus some stuff to another paragraph. So, like, my blue revision isn't even on the same page anymore. It's now on the next page. We still don't have a page 13 yet, which my goal isn't to not have a page 13. It's fine. Like, this is my first critique round with, my alpha CP, and I have become an underwriter. So beefing it up is fine. We will have a page 13 by the time these are done, though, I am certain, because we're at the very bottom of page 12 now. But it's just sometimes it's a little sad when you're like, yeah, okay, I'm like halfway done. I've done 6 pages. And then it's like, well, it's not 6 out of, it's not 6 out of 12 anymore. Now it's 6 out of 14. And so it's like, I look at it as I've still done those 6 pages. So it's like those 6 pages are still, like, they are done. That is my progress. I am just, the goal, the finish line just moved. But it doesn't negate the 6 pages behind me. It's fine. So we're now going into bonus for the last sprint. Everything will be bonus progress.
Yeah, I clicked the wrong button on the quiz thing.
I hate when I do that. Oh no, there's a file.
I keep moving myself so I can listen to the video.
Go with the local file modified at 3 a.m. Sorry, my Fairy Solitaire on Steam was all like, ma'am, there's a file conflict with our cloud thing. And I'm like, no. I'm like, don't destroy my progress. Because Fairy Solitaire on Steam is like what I do when I just need to kind of like relax and not focus on things, but I also want to listen to videos. But I'm sure ye with ADHD have no idea how this feels. I can't just watch a video. I have to do other things too. So the Fairy Solitaire is a good middle ground game for that. There's this line of dialogue that I'm looking at for the next part is like, Fox has highlighted it and let me know that it's kind of fucked up, but it's fine to keep it as long as my goal is for it to be fucked up. And I'm debating if it's a fucked up I'm okay with. Because I'm like, this is a shifter fiction. Offering to murder somebody for someone else should be fine. But I'm also like, maybe there's a better way I can do it. So that will be my next debate. And CB, I've got 3 greens on this page, but like 2 of them are connected to the blue. So if I figure that out, I should be able to handle all of them at once. Wait, what is that? Why is that one green? I don't like that one's green. Oh, okay. I'm looking at the things I have left to deal with, and I'm like, this is what happens when I do the round. Because normally I just I go through and I adjust typos and stuff, and then I just go straight through the chapter. But because I was having a really bad brain fog day, I went ahead and I did a bunch of easy revisions, and now I don't have easy revisions left. So now all the revisions are like, I gotta think about things. And I normally like to purposely leave some easy revisions in between so that I can feel more accomplished. Past Sam was a bitch. Not in the way that she's normally a bitch. Therefore, I am salty with her. Normally, I'm very understanding, but not at this moment.
Yeah.
At this moment,
I've
we
got
are
the choking
salty.
section.
You must understand that I've been listening to Reads with Rachel, and the last couple of videos I watched from her are from her journey to find a 5-star smutty book.
Hmm.
So you were like, I got to the choking part, and I'm like, of CPR.
Well, moved on to module 4. I finished CPR, but it's still for my CPR class, but like half the module is first aid, and I'm like, that's not the class I'm taking, but okay.
I will say I really enjoy Reads with Rachel's reviews, in part because she is really good at like stating when she's like, but this is just a me thing, and here's why it's a me thing. And like, and when she's like reviewing books that she knows are smut, she's like, I'm not gonna like deduct from my rating or anything because of like this thing, because this is smut and this is what smut does.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, this is their goal isn't XYZ. And she's like, therefore I'm not going to hold XYZ against them. And she's like, however, I am a plot girly, and therefore I did not enjoy it because of XYZ. And I'm like, I get that. And then also on her journey to find a 5-star, well, it's a 5-star to her smut novel. So like a novel that is smut and she can enjoy 5 stars. She's like, there's gotta be one out there. But she in her journey for that, she's discovered a couple of them where she's like, it's got such good potential. And she's like, and this could have, if only we had done this, this, or that. And she's like, but that's just me. She's like, that's the plot girly in me. But she's also like not dismissive of like erotica as a genre or anything, because she's like, erotica does have plot. And she's like, and there is an importance to the plot in the erotica. It is just not the priority importance. And so I'm like, I like when people go into genres that they know aren't their typical cup of tea, but they understand the genre enough to be fair to the genre, while also just being like, it's just not for me. But it's doing the right things for its genre, even if it's not like vibing with her as a reader. And I think that's very important, because I've
got
seen
under 2 hours. Sorry, I was kind of stressed.
You're good. No, you're good. I am rambling so that
you're doing so well.
Thank you. I can talk about books and reviewers and things all day.
No,
it is a passion of mine.
Your job has something to do with
writing.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like some book reviewers and stuff, and they'll review a book, like a romantasy book, and then they'll be, it could go either way, where they're like a romance fan and therefore they hold it against the book that it's got so much world building and like politics and stuff, even though it's romantasy. Yeah. And so there's gonna be that in romantasy. And then, or they're a fantasy fan, and then they like hate how much like
Porn.
not porn, just how much the romance takes, because they like don't really care about the romance developing. They want to know about like the economy, or they want to know about certain like cultural things. Like they want more world, they want the lore to take center focus. And it's like, bruh, I understand, but also that's not what that book is. So you shouldn't hold it against the book.
Sprint time.
Yep, we're going.
Of how more people showed up during your rant.
Hey yo, 'tis the wrapping up.
I'm taking the sudden illness pre-assessment to see if I can skip this section. All right.
That's fine. I need to send the things for the revision I just did, the screenshots for the revision I just did. Because what I do is I send the screenshot of like because I've got 2 documents open, right? I've got the one that Fox went through and added critiques notes for, which is a copy of the original one he sent me so that I can delete the comments as I finish them, but still have the originals for reference. And then I also have the document I'm working on open. And so I'll take a screenshot of the pre-revised document with the screenshot of his note, and then I send like the revised version so that he is able to easily compare the 2 and also see what the fuck he thought was wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you look and it's like, okay, so is this better? And you're like, I don't remember what my problem with it was. So
Oh, they're asking me for names of medications. I'm like, I fucking don't know. I think it's this one. I'm gonna need to do this.
Like, oh no, I can in fact not skip this section.
What do you do immediately after calling 911 and getting equipment?
For a Klondike bar.
I don't think I can.
Oh no, the theme song is playing. I don't think you understand. I have sang the theme song every episode.
Do you like to mute yourself so you can sing?
No, it's a 2-minute long song. But so I am now on page 11. Well, I did. Yeah, I did a whole page because in my mind the 4 revision notes for that page, they were like all part of this mini like little interaction, and I was like, I think I know how to fix it so I addressed them all at once, and then I did one on page 11. So I'm kicking the ass of the goal. Also,
I didn't get to skip any of that. I was just wrong for all of it. Not all of it, but enough of it. Okay.
So remember today we started out. When I started today, I was on page 8 out of 12.
Yes.
And finishing today, I'm on page 9 out of 13.
Okay, that's.
There's now a paragraph on page 13.
Of course there is.
A paragraph the same size as the paragraph of page 9. So wonder why. But yeah, on page 9, I've got 2 blue ones. And then on page 12, I've got 2 greens and a blue. And I don't have any on page 13 at the moment. We'll see how much of page 12 goes into page 13. Might have to add there. But yeah. So if I am unable to work on this before next Wednesday, my goal is going to be to finish revising chapter 4. And remember, my goal this year is to have my first draft of the book done.
Yeah.
But I've got 6 out of 13 planned.
Yeah. So, I was about to say, well, it's about to be summer, so you'll have free time, and I realized you have kids.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. Like, because of like my medicine and medical things, like last year, I didn't get a lot of work done. That's part of why I like to keep the monthly like word thing.
Yeah.
It helps me keep track of like when I actually get the most work done. And yeah, July was actually my most productive month last year. Wow. Well, July and then the end. So what I'm thinking part of it is like, well, because during the school year, I actually get less done because the children require more momming.
With like homework and stuff.
Yeah, because with homework and stuff, so during the school year they like require more momming, and I had to, you know, in bedtime routine and stuff. Whereas during the summer, I can just let them run the wilds.
Yeah.
Because they're big enough that they can just Tarzan it upstairs.
Yeah, mostly operate as little humans.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
This summer, I don't have a job lined up yet, and so I have to figure something out to make money. My goal is to finish half my draft over the summer. I want to say my whole draft, but I'm like, okay, don't put too much pressure on
myself. Go with half.
I'm literally doing nothing this summer. Actually, I'm applying to internships. But aside,
I think I slightly fucked myself over because I'm like, I want to finish my first draft, but I'm not just doing one draft at a time, because technically by the time it gets to Fox, it's a fourth draft, and then I think this is the fifth draft. So I've done the first 5 drafts for 1 through 6. But also I am hoping the rule of revision, it's like a thing where the farther along you get into a story, the less revisions it requires. So at least that is a habit that both Fox and I share.
Yeah, I'm just excited to get to work on Storm's Heir. Not you again.
I am too.
But I'm kind of glad that this story is not gonna be finished being told. Like, I have a thesis for next semester, and I'm pretty sure.
I was about to say you can do the second half
for my thesis.
That movie.
But I want to do a TV series for my thesis because I want to do TV writing. Plot twist: I changed this into.
I was about to say this would work as a mini.
I think it has to be something completely fresh, which sucks because I want to work on my fantasy Western anime.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
You'll be able to work on Storm's Heir 3 Wednesdays this month.
I know. Wait. Oh yeah, right. Because it's May. I have 1 Wednesday after this.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Next Wednesday, I'll work on Storm's Heir.
Oh yeah, because this is due the 6th.
This is due the 7th.
Oh, well, either way, it's due before Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
I only have 1 live stream left for this project.
So this is your last finals live stream. Well,
Monday. Wait, I'm not on live Monday. Am I on live Monday? I am on live.
You are. Yeah. Okay, no, but see what I'll explain what my thinking was, why I said the 3, because I didn't know if you had a different final to work, because you said you'd be done with your finals by the 10th, so I didn't know what other.
Oh, yeah. I have, this is my schedule.
Yeah.
I have CPR exam, which is technically a final, even though it's the only exam for the class today, in a couple hours. Then I have an econ project due on Monday. My scripts due and my ASL final are both on Tuesday. Then I have my ASL expressive exam on Wednesday before the stream. And then I have my econ final on Friday.
Oh, okay. Of course.
That's maybe on Thursday. I'm studying for econ. But I still have, the econ's not a cumulative exam. It's only an exam for the like 4th of our knowledge. Okay with not complaining. Storm.
Yeah. So next Wednesday, definitely you'll be working on Storm's Heir, and then maybe you can join me in the corner on Thursday and chapter 2 and 3.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how my econ exam is shaping up.
Yeah. Did you guys study for it?
And I thought I critiqued 2 already. I think I just read like half.
You haven't sent it to me. If you.
I'm gonna have to reread it anyways because it's been. I'm gonna have to reread chapter 1 as well.
I was about to say just reread chapter 1 and 2 and send me the file for 2.
Yeah, I will.
All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up so that you can
do CPR training. That's totally not last minute. It's fine.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us. CB and Tina will be here with me.
Shout out to that person that just joined.
Yeah. CB and Tina will be here with me on Monday. Me and CB will be back here. Well, actually, we will be on her channel next
My
week.
channel next week. Oh yeah.
Yeah, she hosts WIP Wednesday next week,
I'll let
which
you know
is
how many
also the
grams
first time
are
you
on.
get to go back to Storm's Air. So
Yeah. Okay.
is it? It's all lining up.
It's
I will
all coming
see. I'll see everyone tomorrow, where I will be focusing on CB's script because it's due a week earlier than she thought,
together.
and yeah,
Bye.
we will catch y'all later. Bye.